Yo, what is good? My anime people, what is good, yo? Alright, I'll be honest with y'all. I teared up just a little bit, but that was mainly due to how much heart and tear jerking they were doing, and it worked, but I toughed it out, okay? I am a man, and I will tell you that I did feel some type of way. But at the end of the day, I was just happy that she actually got to understand that her old best friend somehow either exists in some way, shape, or form, or that she is still kind of fighting for her. You know, now knowing that she's definitely not a part of that world anymore, but when she fell asleep from the darkness magic, that's the only thing she could really dream about or think about is her life with all of her family members. So it was understandable that she would just be, uh, she would feel like everything is normal and everything is fine when all of a sudden she had the opportunity to pretty much return back home and continue where she left off almost, right? Like, in my head, it was the perfect way of putting her somewhere that felt familiar, but at the same time had no real direction to go. Um, Ever since she went through her normal day of waking up and going to school, she was pretty much just stuck at the school running. Like, she was running down the hall and couldn't stop until she was snatched up by her friend who needed Sophia to go to the actual bedroom so they were close enough to actually have an effect and be able to reach each other on these weird planes. Um, so I don't know. I don't know why this had to be so emotional and it was so well done, but it was. Eh, I had to wipe some tears from my face. That was one or two tears, okay? Okay. Let's get that out of the way. um Other than that though, man, I was really looking forward to getting some more explanation behind why the guy was doing it, attacking at this certain point. Was it out of jealousy? Was it out of just um, anger? But we kind of see that it was because of his mother in some way, shape, or form. So there's still a lot to actually take in on that front, and that's another thing I'm just looking really forward to is understanding more of the characters and hopefully seeing if there's a way that they can set up a season 2 through this next episode that's going to come out next week. But if not, we gotta probably say goodbye to this show soon because it feels like it's getting to the end. It could have 13 episodes, but it feels like it should be 12 by the way this is going, which is fine by me. It's just crazy uh, to think how much we've already gone through with our characters and how much we've already experienced as a whole, and that's not even it, right? Like, that's just the half of it at this point, and that's another reason why I'm really looking forward to seeing what this show can do at the end of the day. Because not a lot of shows have done uh, this visit another world like this, including where it's just or like reincarnated into another world where it's a girl. Um, I did have someone who really didn't enjoy the first one that I watched that I hadn't even known that girls get reincarnated really in other worlds, and she was just like OP. She was so strong in her show, and this show is kind of taking all of the fighting and powers out of it until these final episodes, right? Like, all of a sudden Mary is like, I sense an incredible power. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Calm down, Vegeta. Your scouter's about to get broken. Like, where did all this power talk come from? And it does make sense because the person with that immense power is practically had it leaking out of him, so much so that someone with light magic could see it and sense it. So not only do we have to see what's going to happen in this room with all of them confronting the villain and having even their light magic user there, which I feel like she's going to be the saving grace of everybody this time around. She was saved, so now it's her turn to save everybody in the moment. Um, which we also see she wasn't like fast asleep anymore, because of he had to drug Mary, right? Like, it wouldn't have worked the same way it worked on Catalina because of her light magic, because she had a natural resistance to be able to beat it. And that was showcased by her not even being passed out, just being cuffed to the bed and left alone, because I bet if he walks next to her or is around her, her light magic might be able to injure him as well. So I don't know. I thought it was pretty amazing how much detail they put into her kind of like waking up and realizing who she is compared to who she was. That was interesting. Because you kind of just have to, at that point, all of a sudden accept that your old family is gone, your old lifestyle is gone, and you just are this person in this other world that it doesn't make sense why it happened, but you're there and you're that person. So what are you going to do about it? Are you going to worry about your old life, or are you going to take back your way of living, your way of lifestyle, just enjoying yourself while you're here? Or are you going to be chasing after something that that supposedly doesn't even exist anymore, or something that you can't get back to anymore? So it was very, very powerful, and I truly do love the best friend on how powerful she got in the case of saving her friend for the last time, even if that meant she won't see her again in that type of way. She will just have to live vicariously through this other. Well, she's reincarnated, so she's always seeing her, but it doesn't feel like it after the way they were yelling at each other or talking to each other through the glass, right? It made it seem like more or less she's watching and she's not in control, because if she was in control, she would have been there. She would have already been at the place, crying at the foot of the bed instead of going home and crying alone. So it's these types of things that are interesting to me for some reason. But yeah, I really did enjoy this episode. It was probably one of the better ones when it came down to giving us the exposition of every character, where they stand, how they feel, and what they're probably going to continue to try to do in the future when it comes down to making this girl that they truly care about, love, and respect, understand their feelings fully. And I think that in itself could be a season 2 where they all kind of just open up and stop hiding their feelings, because the person they're hiding their feelings from will probably never understand it unless she becomes less dense, and we all know that's probably not going to happen, right? But yeah, I hope you guys are having an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. We're going to have to see just what pops off at the end of this season and see if it's good or bad, or whatever the case may be. Your boy will be there. I don't have anything else to really talk about. I'm going to go watch some more PC game announcements, but regardless, I will be playing the crap out of Last of Us 2. I won't be recording on it because I don't like spoiling people. All the new games that were like single player that I could have been recording on, I didn't do that to people, just because it's going to be a random anime video you're trying to watch, and then all of a sudden you see me playing the newest game, doing stuff in the story that you probably wanted to experience for yourself the first time. So if you see me playing older games and not really upgrading, it's mainly due to spoilers and stuff like that. And I don't know how easy it would be to talk during Last of Us 2, so I just don't even want to try it. Oh, the other one was Final Fantasy VII Remake. I could have easily been doing videos on there and talking, but it was such a heavy based game on the story and the characters talking to each other. I didn't want to miss those moments to then just play through it just to make a video. But yeah, I might start streaming more. If you guys want to know about streaming, the description down below, go follow and turn on the notification on Weevensteven on Twitch. I'll probably stream Last of Us there, and even maybe some Monster Hunter and stuff like that. So I hope you guys are having an awesome one, and I'll talk to you in the next one. So with all that being said, take care, my anime people, and peace.